Okay, good morning, everybody. Here's my new video. As you can read from the title, is about the real identity of the Israelite of the Bible. And look, as I explained already in the other video, the real Israelite of the Bible are the European. So specifically, the haplogroup R1A and R1B. As a matter of fact, if you see those haplogroup, the R1, R1A, R1B, they are descended from the haplogroup F. Haplogroup F is clearly Shem, the son of Noah. So they are Semitic Caucasian people. My sounds hard to believe because you see blonde or blue hair, but they are Semitic people. So what was the deal? Very briefly, we used to live the European, the Caucasian, the real Israel. They used to live in Middle East. They got persecuted and they moved most of them around Turkey. Then we got persecuted there too, and we moved to Europe finally. And then in Europe, there's still some persecution. So the people who moved to USA were the American, or the European, who were persecuted in Europe too after they moved from Middle East to Turkey. Then Europe, there's still persecution, and they moved to USA. So I will do another video about USA in the Bible, but now specifically we'll talk about why the Caucasian European are the Israelites. Look, all the indication on the Bible, all the information about the Israelites, they're all pointing out to only one category, which are the European. So they say, first of all, the letter of Paul. Paul, the apostle, sent a letter only where the Israelites were. So he didn't send a letter, I don't know, to Central Africa or to Eastern Asia. They sent either to Europe or all the places where the Caucasian, the European, the real Israelites were. So also what they say about the Israel, they say that we spread the gospel around the world. Who spread the gospel around the world? Mostly Spanish, English, somehow Italian, so these are the people. Also what they say, that once the Israel got dispersed, spread around the world, when they will hear the gospel, they will be the first to convert to Christianity. So who converted to Christianism the moment that they hear about the gospel? And the European. So also, many they use the argument that the Israelites have dark skin. Look, this is wrong because they say that the color of the brass when it come out of the furnace. Look, everybody think if something come out of the furnace must be burned, so dark or black. Look, that's wrong. The brass, when it just come out of the furnace, is really shiny. It's like pure gold, so I don't know how to say. So that's an argument. Also, what they say, what the Bible say about the Israelites, they say that they are the only people that you can see like the vein in here. So so only Caucasian people you can see, not the vein, the big vein, but like the little red, like the little vein that goes near the skin, below the skin, that you can see because the skin is very white. So also the color of the flag. If you see, most of the European countries have the flag either white, blue, and red. So the France flag is red, white, and blue. English, USA, they all have red, blue, and white. Why? Because the real Israelites have very white skin. Red is the red hair, and blue is the eyes. Obviously, not all the Israelites are like this, but it is a sort of standard. Also, the Bible say about the Israelites that at some point there we have a new land. So obviously because of the persecution in Middle East, the new land was Europe first, and then USA, and then Australia, Canada, and South Africa, New Zealand. And they also will have a new language. So the English, Italian, also German, Eastern European, they're all the new language of the Israelites. What else the Bible say about the Israelites? That during the end time, the Israelites will lose their memory about their real identity, about who they really are. And right now we are exactly in this situation. That the European and the American, North American, so American from USA, Canada, they don't know that they are the real Israelites. But at some point it will happen a sort of, just like the Renaissance and 2000 years ago. Allora, what exactly happened 2000 years ago in Italy and during the Renaissance, just after the Middle Ages? Happened that the European, at some point, especially Italian, they realized that they were the real Israelites. So that's why it's called a Renaissance, because once you know your real identity, it's like you born again. That's the meaning of the born again. So there is you, the European, the Israelites, that they lost their memory and they found out who they really are. So every single indication pointed out at the European. So I will do another video very soon, but let's call it off now. But look, all the indication pointed out at the Caucasian European. We are the real Israelite of the Bible. Then I will do a video, one for every single tribe. But, so now let's call this off. One most important thing, so why we are under genocide right now, because for the many times during history, Nimrod, Ramses, Antioch, Epiphanius, they're all trying to kill us, to exterminate us. So this is happening again now. The reason they want to exterminate us because we are the real Israelite of the Bible. And the reason why they want to kill the Jewish people is because probably they are the only people in the world who knows who the real Israelite are. So maybe they try to talk to us, they want to tell us. So that's why we have all this confusion in Europe and North America. So to avoid us to understand that we are the real Israelite of the Bible. So we are under genocide for what we are, and Jewish people are under genocide because of what they know. And what they know is who we are. So this is the deal right now. So every confusion that you see right now is to delay or to avoid the Renaissance, the Great Awakening. So that's the meaning of the Great Awakening. Is the European, the North American, Australian, Canadian, they found out about their real identity, which we are the real Israelite of the Bible. So Italy is Benjamin, England is Ephraim, USA is Manasseh, Reuben is France, Simeon and Levi, Scotland and Wales. So Zabulon is Holland, Issachar is Poland. So let's finish off. Dan is Germany, not Denmark. Naphtali is Sweden. Gad is Russia. Asher is Greece, Greek. Benjamin is Italy. Judah is both Ireland and Spain. And Ephraim and Manasseh are USA. Ephraim, UK. Manasseh, USA. This is the deal. Okay, let's call it off this video. See you at the next video. Ciao.